welcome back to Sauti Briefs, where we discuss current conservation topics in Kenya and Africa. I'm your host, Natasha Nyangara, and before we proceed with today's episode, I'd like to thank everyone who's subscribed to our YouTube channel. And if you haven't, be sure to do so. And follow us on all our social media platforms at Uvumbuzi Africa on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so you don't miss out on our latest content. Now, without further ado, let's do this. In continuation of this month's theme on the applicability of technology in conservation, let's discuss artificial intelligence as an emerging tool for African conservation. Conservationists are looking to different technologies for more innovative solutions. This is especially critical at a time when traditional techniques are proving decreasingly effective. Artificial intelligence, or AI, has been named one of the top 3 emerging technologies in conservation, with the potential to help save species all across the world. AI is the emulation of human intelligence processes by machines, particularly computer systems. It works by consuming massive amounts of labeled data, evaluating it for correlations and patterns, and then using these patterns to forecast future states. While there is a strand of thinking that suggests that AI threatens to make human beings redundant in a variety of fields, this technology is being applied in conservation to supplement traditional efforts, increase efficiency, reduce costs, inform policy decisions, and realize urgent conservation goals that are critical to the survival of the planet. In Zambia's Kafue National Park, which encompasses 22,400 square kilometers, poaching prevention is a huge logistical task. Illegal fishing in the park's border lake, Lake Itesi-Tesi, is a major concern as poachers often disguise themselves as anglers to enter and exit the park undetected. Game Rangers International and other partners have collaborated to create a 19-kilometer-long virtual fence across the lake. This fence is monitored by forward-looking infrared thermal cameras as part of the Connected Conservation Initiative. The cameras, which were first installed in 2019, were initially watched manually by rangers who then responded to evidence of criminal behavior. The FLIR AI has now been trained to detect boats entering the park automatically, improving efficiency and decreasing the need for ongoing manual observation. According to Ian Hode, Special Technical Advisor at GRI, with the aid of this AI, rangers have been able to conduct round-the-clock surveillance of all major illegal access points across the protected area, thus mitigating several challenges occasioned by limited personnel and other resources. In the Congo Basin, which is the world's second-largest rainforest, several species are on the verge of extinction. Conservationists have traditionally employed automated cameras to capture African forest elephants, gorillas, chimps, and pangolins. The millions of photos collected often take months or years to classify when time is of the essence in a country where poachers kill approximately 150 elephants every month. In 2020, Absalon, a data science firm, collaborated with the University of Stirling in Scotland and Gabon's National Parks Agency to create the Mbaza AI. Mbaza is a picture classification algorithm for large-scale biodiversity monitoring in Gabon's Lope and Waka National Parks. The AI has the capacity to classify up to 3,000 photos per hour with a 96% accuracy rate. This enables conservationists to detect anomalies or warning signs as quickly as possible, allowing rapid interventions. The algorithm can also be used without an internet connection on a regular laptop, which is useful in areas where there is limited connectivity. The project began with 200 video traps in 2 national parks and has since expanded to hundreds more subsequent installations by other organizations throughout West and Central Africa. Kenya's conservation has not been left behind. Watamu-based marine initiative, Local Ocean, embarked on a significant digital transformation journey in the last few years. Local Ocean began using artificial intelligence to create picture recognition and data gathering technologies to identify sea turtles in the wild. The use of this technology has eliminated the need for invasive metal tagging of the turtles. Local Ocean now has a uniform cloud-based database that collects data at a much more reliable consistency. It also went on to construct Kenya's first beach sustainability map using Microsoft Power Apps, a low-code developer solution. For the first time, the local ocean team has a detailed picture of Kenya's beaches' sustainability for turtle hatching and can pinpoint areas where immediate conservation actions are needed. Uvumbuzi commends these efforts and encourages more innovative ideas, especially curated by the youth, that will continue to amplify conservation across the continent and the world. Our second story today celebrates a historic milestone in Kenyan wildlife conservation. On March 10th, the Kenya Wildlife Service, the Kenya Forest Service, the Mount Kenya Wildlife Conservancy, and the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife officially opened the world's first sanctuary dedicated to the protection of the critically endangered mountain bongos, called Mawingo Mountain Bongo Sanctuary. The highlight of this occasion was the release of 5 mountain bongos into the 776-acre sanctuary. The critically endangered chestnut-colored mountain bongo is one of Kenya's largest forest antelopes and one of her most iconic animals, unique to the country's equatorial woodlands. Poaching, live trade, predation, and illness all contributed to the exceptional drop in the population of this subspecies since the 1950s. Only about 100 mountain bongos remain in the wild, according to Kenya's 2017 National Wildlife Census, and the IUCN predicts that their numbers will continue to drop without direct action. According to the government, this monumental release of the bongos to the wild is the culmination of a breeding and rewilding effort that began in 2004. The stakeholders involved in this project intend to release 10 mountain bongos into the sanctuary every 5 to 6 months and hope to have 50 to 70 fully rewilded bongos in the sanctuary by 2025. That the long-term sustainability of the release and eventual survival of these bongos in the wild is heavily reliant on the cooperation of local communities in the surrounding areas, as the majority of the risks that caused the collapse of the population to begin with was caused by human activity. Through a reforestation program, the Conservancy is working with these communities to rehabilitate degraded portions of the Mount Kenya forest. The Mount Kenya Wildlife Conservancy has also set up community conservation education and empowerment programs to raise awareness and help reduce human threats to the bongos. Congratulations to all the actors who played a role in the opening of the Mawingo Sanctuary, and hope that the mountain bongos continue to thrive in their new home. As always, thank you for your time. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and if you have any questions about the topics discussed, feel free to engage with us in the comment section, or you can send us a direct message at Uvumbuzi Africa on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. From me, it's Asante. Until next time.